Hello. Restoration workout number 2 is all about yoga, taking some time to stretch, breathe, and flow through your workout. So this one is one that you might spend 15 or 20 minutes with, a great thing to do first thing in the morning or in your evening, or really quite frankly just fitting it in any way that you want. It's also great as a warm-up for another workout. So we are gonna go ahead and get started with a child's pose. You wanna bring your toes together. You can open up your knees and then sink back as you stretch your arms out forward, resting your forehead on the floor. Just taking some nice big breaths in and out. Just trying to quiet the mind, taking time for yourself. As usual too, if you have anything kind of cooking in your neck or shoulders, a better option might be to leave the knees together and bring your hands down at your side. Regardless of what position you take, you want to make sure that you just tip your forehead in a manner that you don't have a lot of tension firing in those upper tracts of the neck. From there, you're going to come onto all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, a nice tabletop position. We're going to continue building on that breath work with some cat and cow. So as you inhale, you're going to drop the belly, lift the eyes, and then exhale, reverse that. Inhale. Exhale. Always trying to match the breath to the movement. Inhale. Exhale. From there, you want to curl your toes under and then lift up into down dog. So here for down dog, you can turn your fingers out a little bit so the arm creases at the elbow are facing a little bit forward. And then you want to kind of claw through your fingers to try and keep the pressure out of your wrists. Your hips are nice and high and you're driving those heels towards the floor. I don't expect that they will necessarily touch. But then you can pedal out your feet to really get one heel to the floor and then lift the other heel and feel a deeper stretch through the bottom of the foot and through the calf. When you do this workout, I do recommend being more barefoot than in sneakers, the way I am. Just a little quick note from there. So just doing some nice breathing while you're here. And from there, you can float forward into the high plank. And you just kind of really get a little bit of steam going with that and swaying kind of back and forth. A little push-up if you want. Back and forth. And then what I want you to do is walk your hands into your feet or your feet into your hands. So come into a forward fold and just shake the head out a little bit. And up and down. And just feel that nice stretch on the back side of the body, and then you're gonna bring it up into mountain pose, and then you're gonna inhale, reach, and then exhale, bring your hands together as you fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, try to flatten the back. You can bring your hands wherever is gonna get that best position for you, and then exhale, you're going to fold down again. From there, you're going to soften your legs and you can step or hop back into that high plank. And again, you can bring a little energy to it here. And then you're going to melt down all the way down for the first one. Push your hips and the tops of your feet into the floor and just lift your chest a little bit into cobra pose. Pulling your shoulders down, your elbows back, And then you come back down, curl the toes, push yourself back up into a plank, bend your knees, and lift back into downward dog. From there, you're gonna bend, step 1 foot forward, as always, assisting if you need. Nice low lunge, nice stretch in the hip flexors here. Lengthen through the back, step the other foot in, coming right back and up. All right, so then you'll just flow through that series again. I would recommend 4 to 6 times, whatever feels comfortable for you. And the other thing that you can do when you get to about that 4th one, when you're here in that high plank, if you want to keep using Cobra, you can, but you can also just come through down and then through into up dog using that Chaturanga push-up. Okay, so with that, you're not necessarily going to come all the way to the floor. You're just going to sweep through, and you'll see the quads are off the ground. Shoulders are down, shoulder blades are in. All right? Also on that last one, when you're here, then step through. You're going to turn the foot out, and then you're going to lift up into warrior one, just kind of reaching long, feeling a nice strengthen and stretch through the front and back leg in a little bit of a different position, holding a little bit, feeling the torso lengthen, and then coming back down, stepping into that plank, into down dog, then step through with the other foot, and same thing. Down through, step, bend the legs, and coming down back on to your seat, either that way kneeling or down here, and just taking a few moments to settle, breathe, let the heart rate come down, and just take a few moments to resettle into your day. So again, with that flow, 4 to 6 rounds of the sun salutation without the warrior one, and you can either use the Chaturanga right down into Cobra, or you can then build it up into the Chaturanga into upward dog, whatever feels best for your body. After you do 4 to 6 of that, I would do 2 to 4 where you're adding in that warrior one when you come from downward dog. Instead of coming right into that forward fold, you would step 1 foot forward from downward dog, come up into warrior one, hold, and then come back down into high plank, downward dog, and then do the second side. After you've done the second side, then you would come into that fold and all the way up and start the process over. So that one will take a little bit longer, so that's why I say maybe 2 to 4 rounds of that as opposed to 4 to 6 of the regular. The whole point of the yoga workout is definitely to slow down, focus on using the breath and just feeling the body in through its different parts, shoulders, hips, legs. Each side might feel a little bit different. If there's any pain, you want to make some sort of adjustment, and you can reach out to me about that if one of the poses isn't working for you. And again, a workout like this, try to do it at a tempo or at an amount of repetitions that's going to get you through anywhere between 15 to 25 minutes. So I hope that you really enjoy that and can work that into your routine.